member for Kamukunji, Honorable Yusuf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I raise to support the motion on mainly two reasons. One is the fact that GMO, the technology used in GMO, is a controversial, significantly controversial technology, and many countries have banned or restricted the use of GMO. And even then, we have banned it for over 10 years, and there has never been a good reason to explain the rash decision by the president who was in office for some few, excuse me, Madam Speaker, can you protect me from...
Honorable Ivo Barra, please do not obstruct the speaker with the person who is on the floor.
And even if you look, the president was hardly in office, maybe for 6 weeks, when he called the so-called meeting of the cabinet ministers and unbanned the use of GMO. There was absolutely no review, no explanation given as to why 10 years ago it was bad and it should be banned, and now that decision has been reversed. There has been no public debate, no discussion, no engagement. And therefore, the use of GMO is something that is so important that it cannot be left to a president, to a cabinet of some few ministers, or any other person. It is something that concerns all of us, and we should be able to engage and debate, and also ask the difficult questions. Why do we unban it now? What is the reason for it? It sounds very fishy. It sounds smelly. It sounds stinking in some ways, because it appears as if there is an attempt to use the problem of drought in our country as a pretext to bring this particular crops into our country through the back door. The second problem related to GMO is the cross-fertilization, the cross-pollination seeds. And these seeds are controlled and produced by big biotechnical transnational companies that are abroad. And those seeds are going to be very expensive, first of all. The growers have no rights, and they're going to devastate the local crops, the traditional cultural crops that our peasants and our farmers can plant. And therefore, this would be quite a devastating importation. And finally, Madam Speaker, is the issue of importation of GMO maize. Even if there is a necessity to import, why don't we import non-GMO maize, which is all over the market? It is something that we can purchase and bring into the country. But even then, it is the timing. Why do we bring in this maize at a time when our farmers are harvesting and there is sufficient maize on the market? So the question is, who is benefiting from this? Who is driving this idea? What cartels are likely to cash on this one? And why would the government that is committed to helping to develop our farmers is now undermining the very farmers it has been supporting by bringing in cheap GMO maize into the market and destroying them, destroying their market, destroying their livelihood? Therefore, I support and I reject the importation.